Come down to child's pose and find your center. I like to think of this as bowing to self and to practice. Find your intention, what brought you to your mat today. Maybe think about moving with ease and grace, finding the balance of strength and softness. Start to find your breath. Equalize your inhalation with your exhalation. Start to use your 3-part breath, breathing into your belly, then your rib cage, then your upper chest, and exhaling from the upper chest, the rib cage, and then your belly. Come up to hands and knees. On your inhalation, we'll move into cow pose. Draw your shoulders down away from your ears and shoulder blades together and down on your back, opening up through the upper spine. As you exhale, come into cat pose. Draw your navel towards your spine, tuck your tailbone down, press your hands into the floor, and stretch out your shoulder blades. Move at your own time and pace, moving with your breath. Continue to use your even and equal breath, your 3-part breath. Feel your spine moving even and equally. On an exhalation, draw your toes and head to one side, trying to touch your shoulder to your hip to your shoulder, and stretch out your side body. Take a deep inhalation here, and exhale to move to the other side. Allow your spine to move back and forth, still trying to find equal movement from the very bottom of your spine to the very top of your spine. Continuing to move with ease and grace. Come back to a neutral spine. On an exhalation, drop your left elbow to the floor and open up into a twist. Inhale to come back up. Exhale, right elbow down and twist. Continue to move with your breath. Pay attention to where your hips move, where your toes move, and continue to find this twist evenly and equally from the bottom of your spine to the top. Pay special attention to the upper spine. On your exhalation, tuck your toes, tuck your tailbone, and move up and back into downward facing dog. And take a moment here to move around a little bit. Maybe bicycling your legs back and forth a little bit. Let your head and neck relax. Find length in your spine. You can try a dog twist, bringing your hand to your opposite foot, ankle, shin, thigh, anywhere that you can reach. Continue to let your head and neck relax. Relax your jaw and your forehead. On your exhalation, come up high onto your tiptoes and slowly bring your knees to the floor, stretching out your feet as you come down. Inhale to come up to cow, and exhale to child's pose. Inhale up to cow, tuck your tailbone, tuck your toes, and exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep inhalation here. Exhale up onto your tiptoes and slowly lower your knees down. Inhale to cow. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale up to cow pose. Open up through the chest, shoulders. Exhale, downward facing dog. Exhale, knees to the floor. Inhale up to cow. Think about drawing shoulder blades together and down on your back. And exhale, child's pose. Let your hips melt. Inhale, back up to cow. Open up through the front body. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep inhalation here. Lengthen through the spine and the side body. Relax your head and neck. Exhale all the air out of your body and tiptoe forward, coming into forward fold. You can bicycle your legs back and forth here. You can let your head and neck relax. Walk your hands from one side to the other, stretching out your side body. Clasp your elbows and let your arms hang. Relax the shoulders. Relax your head and neck. You can try clasping your hands behind your back. Find length, and then lift your arms up and forward, opening up through the shoulders. Release your arms, let your arms relax. And we'll clasp our hands one more time, this time clasping the hands in the other direction. Let your head and neck relax. Bend your knees here if you need to. On your next inhalation, roll all the way up to standing, letting your head rise last. Stack your spine. And then let your head gently roll from side to side, stretching out the neck and shoulders. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. Let your arms relax at your sides. And breathe into the sides of your neck, the back of your neck. Continue to use your even and equal breathing, your 3-part breath, standing in your strong mountain pose. Thighs engaged, abdominals engaged, drawing tailbone slightly down, shoulders relaxed. Stretch out through the neck. Roll your shoulders back and roll your shoulders forward. Roll your shoulders back again. Find your strong mountain pose at the top of your mat. On your inhalation, reach your arms up to the sides, up to the sky. Clasp your hands and reach your palms up towards the sky, shoulders down away from your ears. And then reach from side to side. Exhale to find length and reach up and over. Come back to center, find length and reach up and over to the other side. Continue to draw your tailbone towards the ground. Strong thighs, length in the spine so you're not collapsing to one side. On an inhalation, find a tiny little back bend and exhale, fold forward. Let your head and neck relax. On your inhalation, bend your knees deeply and slowly roll up to standing. Bring your arms up to the sky and exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms to the sky. Find length, maybe a tiny back bend here. Exhale, hinge and fold. Strong abdominals, strong thighs. Inhale up to a flat back. Your hands can go anywhere except for your knees. Exhale, fold forward. Find strong thighs and abdominals, maybe a slight bend in the knees. Come all the way up to standing, inhaling 3/4 of the way up, and exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms to the sky, shoulders down away from your ears. Exhale, hinge and fold, long spine, find length. Inhale up to a flat back, shoulders down, shoulder blades together and down on your back. Exhale, fold. Find a long spine, hinge at the hips and come all the way up to standing, inhaling 3/4 of the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms to the sky, maybe a tiny back bend here, tailbone down, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale to a flat back, strong abdominals. Exhale, fold. Strong thighs, strong abdominals, hinge at the hips, come all the way up to standing, inhaling 3/4 of the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms to the sky, shoulders down, find length in your spine. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale to a flat back. Plant your hands and step back to plank. strong thighs, strong abdominals, tailbone towards your heels. On your exhalation, lower down, chaturanga. You can keep your legs lifted or bring your knees to the floor if you need assistance. Press the tops of your feet into the floor, shoulders down away from your ears, and inhale to baby cobra. Draw your shoulder blades together and down on your back. On your exhalation, lift up and back into downward facing dog. Lift your tailbone up towards the sky, press down with your palms, and let your heels melt towards the ground. On your exhalation, tiptoe all the way forward, coming into forward fold. Find a long straight spine, hinge at the hips, and come all the way up to standing. Inhaling 3/4 the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Find your center. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale to a flat back. Plant your hands and step your left foot way back. Bring your left knee to the floor. Low lunge. Let your hips melt. Shoulders down away from your ears. Shoulder blades together and down on your back. Plant your hands. Step back to plank. On your exhalation, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog or continue to use low cobra. Use your abdominals. Exhale, lift your hips up and back into downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg to the sky, 3-legged dog. Find length, press your hands into the floor. Reach the ball of your foot up and back. Exhale, bend your knee, stack your hips, fire hydrant pose. Draw your heel towards your bottom, knee towards the sky. Keep your shoulders square to the ground and lift up through the left hip, finding a twist in your spine. Inhale, lengthen your leg out again to 3-legged dog. Exhale, bring your foot forward in between your hands, low lunge. Find length in your spine. On your next exhalation, gently step forward, coming into forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Find a long, straight spine, hinge at the hips, come all the way up to standing. Inhaling 3/4 the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms to the sky, maybe a back bend here. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale to a flat back. Plant your hands, step your right foot way back, right knee to the floor, low lunge. Draw your shoulders down away from your ears, shoulder blades together and down on your back. Melt your hips, open heart, chest and shoulders. Step back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or low cobra. Exhale, use your abdominals to lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. And let your head and neck relax. Inhale, right leg to the sky, 3-legged dog. Exhale, bend your knees, stack your hips, fire hydrant pose. Shoulders square to the ground and open up through the right hip. Draw your heel towards your bottom, knee up towards the sky. Inhale, 3-legged dog. And exhale, bring your foot forward between your hands. Left knee to the ground. Low lunge. Open up, lead with the heart and chest reaching forward and then up. On your next exhalation, gently step forward into forward fold. Relax your head and neck. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Find a long, straight spine, strong thighs and abdominals, come all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms to the sky, tailbone towards the ground. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale to a flat back. Plant your hands, step your left foot way back, left knee to the floor, or lift your left knee up. Open heart, chest, and shoulders. Plant your hands and step back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Three-legged dog. Exhale, fire hydrant pose. And then if you'd like, step your left foot back, coming into wild thing. Open up through the heart, chest, and shoulders. Exhale, step back into three-legged dog, left leg lifted. Exhale, step your left leg through to the outer edge of your right hand and lift your right arm up and over, opening up through the hips, the heart, chest, and shoulders. Exhale, bring your hand back to the floor and step your left leg up and back into three-legged dog. Exhale, bring your shoulders over your wrists, knee to chest. And then gently step your foot forward in between your hands, low lunge. On your exhalation, lift your right knee, reach your hips back, straighten out your left leg, and fold forward. Take a deep inhalation here. Exhale to come back to your low lunge, right knee to the floor. Take a deep inhalation here, and exhale, straighten out your legs, reach your hips back. Inhale here, exhale back to your low lunge. Deep inhalation here, and exhale, hips back, straighten out the legs. Deep inhalation here, exhale to your low lunge. On your next exhalation, gently step forward, coming into forward fold. Inhale to a flat back, exhale, fold. Find a long spine, hinge at the hips, come all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale to a flat back. Plant your hands, step your right foot way back. Your right knee can be down or you can lift it. On your next exhalation, step back to plank. Take a deep inhalation here. And exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend your knee, fire hydrant pose. Find the twist in your spine, openness in the hips. Exhale, step back to wild thing, opening through the front body. Exhale, step back to three-legged dog. Deep inhalation here. Exhale, step your right foot through to the outer edge of your left hand. Bring your left arm up to the sky and open up here. Strong abdominals. Exhale, step back to three-legged dog, right leg lifting. Exhale, shoulders over wrists, knee to chest. Pause there, and then step your foot forward between your hands, low lunge. Exhale, straighten out your legs, reach your hips back, fold forward. Exhale to come back to your low lunge. Deep inhalation here, long spine, open chest and shoulders. Exhale, straighten out the legs, hips back. Deep inhalation here. Exhale, low lunge. Deep inhalation here, open chest and shoulders. Exhale, reach your hips back. Fold forward, relax your head and neck. Exhale, low lunge. On your next exhalation, step forward, coming into forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Find a long spine, hinge at the hips, and come all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms to the sky, shoulders down away from your ears. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale to a flat back. Plant your hands, step your left foot back. Left knee to the ground. Step back to plank. Take a deep inhalation here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog or low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Relax your head and neck. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, fire hydrant pose, and then step back to wild thing. Exhale, step back to three-legged dog. Exhale, shoulders over wrists. Step your foot through to the outer edge of your right hand. Open up your arm. Open up through the front body. Exhale, step back to three-legged dog. Exhale, shoulders over your wrists. Bring your knee to your chest. Pause here, and then step your foot forward between your hands. Plant your back heel. Press evenly and equally through the four corners of your feet, and then windmill your arms up to Warrior Two. Check your hips. Draw your tailbone strongly down towards the floor, and then open up your arms. Turn your palms up. Try to keep your elbow creases pointing up towards the sky, and then turn your palms down. On your exhalation, come into Revolved Warrior. You can bring your hand to your thigh. Take a deep inhalation here. Exhale to extended side angle. Left forearm to left thigh, right arm up overhead. Take a deep inhalation here. Exhale to Revolved Warrior. This time keep your arm lifted. Open up. Exhale, extended side angle. If you'd like, bring your hand to the floor this time. Deep inhalation here. Exhale, Revolved Warrior. And try out a few different alternate hand positions, arm positions. On your exhalation, straighten out your front leg. Bring your left hand to your shin or thigh, coming into triangle pose, Trikonasana. Exhale, windmill your hands down, coming into a wide-legged forward fold. Let your head and neck relax. Let your back round. Relax your arms and shoulders. Inhale to a flat back. Plant your right hand below the center of your chest. Inhale, left arm to the sky. Exhale, plant your left hand on the ground. Inhale, right arm to the sky. Exhale, come back down. On your exhalation, bend your left knee and start to sink your hips to the left. Inhale, back up. Exhale, bend the right knee, sink your hips down. Inhale, back up. And continue from side to side for a couple rounds, moving with your breath. Make sure your knees track over your toes. Come back to center. Walk your hands over your right foot. Turn your toes towards the back of your mat and bring your left knee to the floor. Coming into low lunge, right leg forward. Lift your left knee, plant your back heel, windmill your arms up and over, coming into Warrior Two on the other side, facing the back of your mat. Draw your tailbone down, square your hips, make sure your front knee is pointing over your toes. Bring your arms up parallel to the floor, open up through the shoulders. Exhale to Revolved Warrior. Take a deep inhalation there. Exhale to extended side angle, right forearm to right thigh, left arm up overhead. Inhale here. Exhale, Revolved Warrior, left arm lifted this time. Exhale, extended side angle, and play around with different arm positions. Find what's best for you in this moment, or you can do the same arm positions each time. Come back to Warrior Two, straighten out your front leg, bring your right hand to your shin, thigh, or block, triangle pose. Exhale, hands to the floor, coming back to your wide-legged forward fold. On your exhalation, walk your hands over towards your left leg and fold forward. Walk your arms over to the right leg and fold forward. Come back to center. Walk your toes to the front of your mat. Bring your right knee to the floor, coming into low lunge with your left knee bent, facing the front of your mat. On your exhalation, step your left foot up and back into three-legged dog. Exhale, shoulders over wrists. And if you'd like to try, lower down three-legged chaturanga, keeping the left leg lifted. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Exhale, shoulders over wrists. Bring your foot forward in between your hands. Low lunge. Plant your back heel and windmill your arms up and over into Warrior Two. Draw your tailbone down. Make sure your right knee is pointing over your toes. Arms parallel to the ground. Open up through the shoulders. On your next exhalation, come into Revolved Warrior. Inhale here. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale here. Exhale, Revolved Warrior. Try out your different arm positions. Continue to move At your own time and pace, exhaling to move, inhaling to stay and open up into the pose. Keep finding length in your spine, openness in the hips, open shoulders, strong abdominals. Find that balance between strength and softness. Come back to Warrior Two. Straighten out your front leg. Bring your hand to your shin, your thigh, triangle pose, Trikonasana. Exhale, bring your hands down to the ground, coming into wide-legged fold. Let your head and neck relax. Inhale to a flat back. Walk your hands over your left leg. Stretch out through the side body. Walk your arms over to your right leg and stretch out through the side body. Come back to center. Plant your left hand. Inhale, right arm to the sky. Exhale. Bring your right hand to the ground. Inhale, left arm to the sky. Bring your hands back down. Exhale, bend the left knee. Melt the hips towards the ground. Inhale, back up. Exhale, bend the right knee, melt the hips. Make sure your knees are tracking over your toes as you move back and forth with your breath. Move with grace and softness. On your next exhalation, turn your toes towards the back of your mat, walk your hands to either side of your left foot, and then windmill your arms up and open into Warrior Two. Open shoulders, tailbone down, left knee pointing over the left toes. Exhale, revolved warrior. Inhale, open up there. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale there. Exhale to move. Inhale to open. Continue to move back and forth between these two poses at your own time and pace. Trying out whatever arm positions feel right for you today. Remember that one side might feel quite different than the other side. Keep listening to your body and move with the wisdom of your body. Find the flow, the grace. Come back to Warrior Two. Straighten out your front leg, coming into triangle pose, Trikonasana. Take a deep inhalation here. Exhale, hands to the floor, wide-legged forward fold. Walk your hands to your right foot, turn all toes towards the front of the mat, coming back into a low lunge. On your inhalation, step your right leg up and back into three-legged dog. Exhale, shoulders over wrists, three-legged chaturanga. Plant your foot and inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let your head and neck relax. Relax your jaw and your forehead. Exhale all the air out of your body and gently tiptoe forward into forward fold. Relax your head and neck. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Find a long spine, hinge at the hips, and come all the way up to standing. Inhaling 3/4 of the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms to the sky, tailbone draws strongly down. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale to a flat back. Plant your hands, step your left foot way back, left knee to the floor. On your exhalation, step back to plank. Take a deep inhalation here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, shoulders over wrists, knee to chest, pause here, and then step your foot forward between your hands. Bring your right knee to the floor, low lunge. Long spine. Open chest and shoulders. On your inhalation, lift your left arm to the sky. Exhale, rotate your arm forward, up to the sky, and then back down. Move with your breath. Plant your hands. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, shoulders over wrists, left knee to left tricep. Pause here, and then gently step your foot to the outer edge of your left hand. Bring your right knee to the floor, and pause here. On your inhalation, bring your left arm up to the sky. If you'd like, bend your right knee and reach back and grab a hold of your foot. Draw your foot in towards your bottom and open up through the right quad. Exhale, gently release, and step left leg up and back to three-legged dog. Exhale, shoulders over wrists, left knee to right tricep. Pause here. Flex your foot, bring your left foot behind your right hand, left knee behind your left hand, coming into pigeon pose. Melt your hips, find a long spine, tailbone down. If you'd like, bend your right knee and reach back with your right hand and draw your foot in towards your bottom. You might keep your left hand on the floor or bring it up, opening up. On your exhalation, plant your hands and step your left leg up and back into three-legged dog. Exhale, shoulders over wrists, three-legged chaturanga. Exhale, shoulders over wrists, right knee to right tricep. Pause here, and then step your foot forward to the outer edge of your right hand. Inhale, right arm to the sky. Stay here, or maybe try bending your left knee and reach back with your right hand. Grab a hold of your foot, twist. Open up through the heart, chest, and shoulders. Open up through the left quad. Plant your hand and step your right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, shoulders over wrists, right knee to left tricep. Flex your foot and come down to pigeon pose. Let your hips melt, tailbone strongly towards the floor. If you'd like, bend your left knee and reach back with your left hand. Grab a hold of your foot and draw your foot in towards your bottom, maybe lifting right arm off the ground. Exhale, plant your hands, step your right leg up and back into three-legged dog. Exhale, shoulders over wrists, and lower down, three-legged chaturanga. Plant your foot, inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Relax your head and neck, relax your jaw. Exhale all the air out of your body, and tiptoe forward into forward fold. Relax your head and neck. Find a long, straight spine, hinge at the hips, and come all the way up to standing. Inhaling 3/4 of the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms to the sky. Tailbone draw strongly to the floor. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale to a flat back. Plant your hands. Step your right leg back. Right knee to the floor. Exhale, back to plank and lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, shoulders over wrists. Step your right foot forward in between your hands. Low lunge. Draw your shoulders down away from your ears. Shoulder blades together and down on your back. Melt your hips. You can try bringing your hands to your thigh. You can stay here, or you might try bending the left knee and maybe reach back with the left hand, grab a hold of your foot, and draw your foot in towards your bottom. Or maybe grab a hold of your foot with both hands, opening up through the shoulders. Draw your tailbone strongly down, open up. Alternatively, Release your leg. Clasp your hands behind your back. Reach your hands out long and then lift your forearms up to the sky. On your next exhalation, bring your hands to the ground. Bring your hands to the inside of your foot. Walk your foot to the outer edge of your mat. You can stay up on your hands, or you can come down to your forearms. Find a place where you can keep a long, straight spine. Shoulders down away from your ears, shoulder blades together and down on your back. If you start to round through the spine, come back up. Turn your toes out to the side, flex your foot, keep your ankle straight, and start to melt your knee towards the floor, opening up through the hip. You can stay up on your palms, so you can come down to your forearms. If you would like, you can open up into a twist, bringing the right arm up to the sky, or your right hand can gently press into your right knee, opening up, or you can bend the left knee and reach back with your right hand, grab a hold of your foot, and draw your foot in towards your bottom. Find the twist in your spine, open chest and shoulders. Your gaze can be in any direction, anything that feels comfortable on your neck. Exhale, bring your hands back to the floor. Bring your right foot back in between your hands, and then keep walking your foot behind your left hand. Flex your foot, drop your right knee behind your right hand, coming into pigeon pose. Draw your tailbone strongly down to create space in the low back. You can stay in upright pigeon, or you can exhale and start to fold forward. You can fold forward to any degree that feels right to you. You can use props here, bolsters, blankets. Make sure the right foot stays flexed. And then relax the rest of your body. Relax your arms. Relax your head and neck. Relax your shoulders. Let your hips melt down. Allow your breath to soften and lengthen. On your next inhalation, bring your hands to the floor and gently press yourself upright. Find a long spine. Keep your right foot flexed. Lift up your left leg, flex the left foot, and reach the left leg forward. Stack your left shin over your right shin, coming into fire log pose. You can stay here, or if you'd like more sensation, draw your right knee over your left knee, coming into cow face, Gomukhasana. Keep both feet flexed. Inhale your right arm up to the sky and exhale to reach down your back. Bring your left hand behind you. You can clasp your shirt, a strap, or your hands. Bring your arms into a position that it doesn't push your head forward, so that your head can stay balanced on top of your spine. If it feels good, you can fold forward as long as you can keep your arms in place. If that doesn't work for you, come back upright and hold the position with the arms in an upright position. Keep shoulders down away from your ears. Keep drawing the right elbow up. Gently release your arms and exhale, fold forward. Let your head and neck relax. If you have blocks, you can place them underneath your head for extra support. On your next inhalation, roll up one vertebra at a time, letting your head rise last. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, twist to the left. Bring your right arm to your left knee. Bring your left hand behind you, gently twisting to the left. Look down and to the left towards your hand. If it feels good to you, you can exhale and fold forward to the side. And breathe. Allow your breath to soften. ease of the pose. Inhale to come back upright. Walk your hands over to your right. Come up onto your tiptoes. Lift your hips to the sky and come into downward facing dog, facing the back of your mat. Inhale your left leg to the sky. Exhale, step your foot forward in between your hands, low lunge. Let your hips melt. Long spine here, shoulders down away from your ears, shoulder blades together and down on your back. If you'd like, you can bring your hands to your left thigh, or you can clasp your hands behind your back, find length, and then lift your forearms up to the sky. Or you can bend your right knee and reach back with your right hand or both hands. Open up through the shoulders. Draw your tailbone strongly down to the floor. Keep your left knee pointing over your left toes. Long spine, deep breaths. Exhale, gently release. Bring your hands to the floor. Walk your foot to the outer edge of your mat. Bring your hands to the inside of your foot, coming into a wider lunge. Melt your hips down. You can keep your palms on the floor. You can come down to your forearms. You can even use blocks. Draw your shoulders down away from your ears, shoulder blades together and down on your back. If you'd like, turn your toes out to the left. Keep your ankles straight, flex your foot, and start to melt your knee towards the floor, opening up through the hip. You might choose to come down to your forearms here, or stay up on your palms, or use blocks. Keep your spine long and straight. If you'd like, inhale your left arm to the sky and come into a twist, or bring your hand to your knee and open up, or bend your right knee and reach back with your left hand, grab a hold of your foot, and draw your foot in towards your bottom. Find a twist in your spine, openness through the right quad, openness in the left hip, openness through the belly, chest, and shoulders. Exhale, gently release your pose, bring your hands to the floor. Walk your left foot behind your right hand, flex your foot, and bring your knee towards the floor, coming into pigeon pose. You can stay in upright pigeon, or you can exhale and fold forward to whatever degree feels right for you. The back toes, the right toes, can be tucked under, or you can press down with the top of your foot. Let your body melt. Let your head and neck relax. Relax your jaw and your forehead. Allow your breath to soften. Allow it to become easier, softer, more gentle, but still full and deep. Still using the 3-part breath, equalizing the inhalation with the exhalation. On your next inhalation, bring your hands to the floor, press back to upright pigeon, flex the right foot, and bring your right shin forward, stacking the right shin on top of the left shin, or bring your right knee over the left knee, cow face pose, Gomukhasana. Find a long, straight spine. Inhale, left arm up to the sky. Exhale, bend the elbow and reach the hand down the back. Bring your right hand behind you, clasp fingers, grab a hold of your shirt or a strap, and open up the shoulders. You can stay here in upright position, or if you can keep your hands in this position, you can fold forward. Continue to use your 3-part breath. Gently release your arms and exhale, fold forward. You can let your back round. You can let your head hang in space or use props, or you might be able to rest your head on your knee. As you inhale, feel your body open and expand, especially in the back. As you exhale, feel everything melt down. The deeper you breathe, the more you will feel your body moving. On your next inhalation, gently roll up, one vertebra at a time, letting your head rise last. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, twist to the right. Bring your left forearm to your right knee. Bring your right hand behind you. Use your abdominals to twist. And you can turn your gaze down and to the right, towards your hand. If it feels good to you, exhale and fold to the side. Breathe deep. On your next inhalation, come back up to center. Walk your hands over to the left. Roll to the balls of your feet, bring your hips to the sky, coming into downward facing dog, facing the front of your mat. Exhale, bring your knees to the floor, hips down to your heels. Come down into child's pose. Balasana. Let your hips melt. Relax your arms, your hands. Relax your head and neck. On your next inhalation, gently roll up. Come to a comfortable seated position. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. On your exhalation, bring your left ear to your left shoulder. You might choose to bring your right arm out to the side and play around with different arm positions to find the best stretch for you. If you find a spot you would like to stay and hold, feel free to do that. If you'd like to keep moving around, feel free to do that. On your next exhalation, draw your chin towards your left shoulder, changing the stretch a little bit. Exhale, release your hand back to your lap and draw your chin to the center of your chest. Stretch out the back of your neck. Breathe deep. Imagine the back of your neck opening and expanding with the inhalation, and exhale, releasing any stress and tension. On your next exhalation, draw your right ear towards your right shoulder, maybe bringing the left arm out to the side, stretching out, playing around with different arm positions. Find the best stretch for your body in this moment. On your next exhalation, draw your chin towards your right shoulder and breathe into the left side of your neck. Continue to use your 3-part breath. Allow your breath to be slow, soft. On your next exhalation, release your hand back to your lap and draw your chin to the center of your chest. Let your head hang down. On your next inhalation, bring your head back up. Come down onto your bottom. Bring your legs out long in front of you. If it's hard to sit here with a long, straight spine, if you start to dump into your low back, you can sit on a blanket or a bolster. Flex your feet, engage your quads, find a long, straight spine. Exhale, hinge and fold. Let your head and neck relax. You can let your back round. Relax your arms. You can bring your hands wherever they feel comfortable. You can have your hands on your thighs, your shins, your toes, the ground. Continue to keep your feet flexed and your quads engaged. Breathe into your back. Breathe into your hamstrings. Allow the tension from your neck and shoulders to release with each exhalation. Allow your body to melt one layer deeper with each round of breath. Each pose is dynamic, meaning the breath moves us in each pose. It changes the pose, even just a little bit with each molecule of air. On your next inhalation, gently roll back up to seated, one vertebra at a time, letting your head rise last. Make your way onto your back. Bend your knees, bring your feet to the floor. You can bring your feet as wide as your mat and gently drop your knees to the right side in a windshield wiper position. Or, if you'd like a deeper twist, you can stack your legs and bring your legs over to the right. Or you can come into eagle legs or any other leg position that feels good to you. You can bring your right hand to your thigh to help hold your legs in place. You can turn your head in any direction that feels comfortable. Relax your legs, your hips. Relax your back. Relax your abdominals. Relax your arms. Relax your head and neck. Let your spine twist and wring out. Allow your breath to flow through you. Let your spine wring out, just like you wring out a sponge. On your next inhalation, bring your legs back to center. You can hug your knees to your chest. If it feels good, rock from side to side. You can come into happy baby, grabbing a hold of your feet, calves, thighs, whatever you can grab a hold of. Flex your feet, draw your knees in towards your armpits, tailbone towards the floor, maybe gently rocking side to side. You can try half happy baby, straightening out one leg and keeping one leg bent, and then the other side. Bring your feet back to the floor, and we'll twist to the other side, dropping the knees to the left. Take any leg position that feels comfortable to you. Relax your legs. Relax your hips. Relax your back, your abdominals. Relax your arms. Relax your head and neck. Allow your breath to flow through you gently and smoothly, allowing your spine to twist and wring out. On your next inhalation, bring your legs back to center and draw circles on the ceiling with your knees. Little circles to big circles, first in one direction and then in the other. Hug your knees to your chest and gently rock from side to side. And then bring your legs out long, preparing for Shavasana, corpse pose. The most important part of this pose is to be comfortable. If you have low back pain, You might put a bolster underneath your knees for a little low back support. Relax your feet. Relax each toe. Relax your ankles. Relax your lower legs. Relax your knees. Relax your thighs. Let your hips melt down into the ground. Release any tension in your belly. Release any tension in your low back, your mid back, and your upper back. Allow your heart, chest, and shoulders to be open. Relax your hands and each finger. Relax your wrists, your forearms, your elbows. Release any tension in your neck and shoulders. Open up your mouth wide and make circles with your jaw, first in one direction and then the other. And then let your jaw relax. Relax your forehead. Relax your ears, your cheeks, your nose. Let your eyeballs sink into the back of your head, releasing the muscles of the eyes. Let your whole body weigh heavy, sinking, melting. You can imagine yourself floating in a cloud, feeling both heavy and also light, like you're floating. You can stay here as long as you like. Whenever you feel ready, bend your knees, bring your feet to the floor, gently roll to your right side. Take a few deep breaths in fetal position. Gently press yourself up, coming into a comfortable seated position. Bring your hands to heart center in Anjali Mudra, prayer pose, and take a moment to honor yourself for devoting time to yourself and to your practice today. Thank you for practicing with me. Namaste.